Hello to my Aquarius. All right, Aquarius. Happy new moon. Happy solar eclipse. Happy partial solar eclipse. Happy partial solar eclipse. Okay. Let's get into it. The only reason I'm laughing is because filming, right? Filming. All right, so let's get into it. Let's get right into it. All right, so new moon in general, just in general, is coming when you're coming off of a cycle in general. Even if it wasn't eclipse season, you should be getting your rest. That's just in general. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're coming back, welcome back. So just if it was just in general. So if you're new to moon phases and moon cycles, you can kind of sort of liken it to when you're coming out, like the end of just any kind of cycle. You just want to give your body rest, right? And so you're thinking about, okay, planning for the future. What does the future look like? It'll give your body some rest. You're kind of processing the last cycle. You're focusing on what does the new phase or new cycle of your life look like? Okay, you're processing, right? So that's what this is. Except we're in an eclipse season, right? So you have let go of some things, and a partial solar eclipse is like a solar eclipse is like a super new you, but it's a partial super new you. So you're hitting a reset button. So solar eclipses are about reset. All right, let's get into it. So let's get into it. All right, the cycle is over. Move forward. That's right. So yeah, once the cycle is over, you want to keep your vibrations high. You want to move forward. And it's important for you to move forward. It really is important for you to move forward, because if you don't move forward, I mean really in every way, in every element, in your fire, your air, your water, your earth. I'm talking about your physical body, emotionally, your energy, your heart, meaning what you're talking about, forgiving the past, your thoughts. If you don't move forward, I mean like really move forward in every single way, you're the danger in not moving forward in every single way, and even letting other people pull you into something that you're, even if they're saying, well, tell me about this or tell me about that, or what do you what are your thoughts? So it's saying you have a sword, right? That's your power and your intellect. Don't let energy, you don't know what people's motives are for pulling you into something that you've already made peace with. Move on, like for real, move forward. You don't know what people's motives are. It just was a small world. If you made peace with something, move on. We're in a whole new phase and a new cycle. Let's get into it. And I'm saying that to you because you're a fixed sign. I would say it to any of the fixed sign. Well, any zodiac sign, but this is your reading, so let's get into it. Let's get right into it. Let's get some good news for you. Moving forward, let's get some good news. Cycle is over, move forward. See that smiley face right there? That's you smiling because you're in a new phase. Here's a cool, for the new moon in Aries in general. Remember, Aries is ruled by Mars. Mars is the energy planet, right? It's the energy planet. Aries rules first house. See what your sign is in your first house, right? Yeah, see what your sign is in your first house. Aries is a fire sign. We're not talking about any Aries that you know, right? See what your sign is in your first house. The first house, right? You really want to learn your houses, right? If you're going to live in a physical body, you definitely want to learn your houses and how important they are. But your first house is your personality, your temperament, your appearance, your self-image, your first impression, self-awareness, outlook on life, right? Yeah, and so first impression. People may have an impression, their first impression, of you, and it may actually be a lasting impression, right, of you, right? So good, bad, or whatever. It could be a lasting impression. You may have an impression of other people. It may be a lasting impression, right? So, but leave room for growth. Room for growth, right? For growth. And this is year 9, right? So 2025, 2 plus 2 is 4, 4 plus 5 is 9. Sagittarius is the 9th. I'm trying to make a connection for you all. Sagittarius is the 9th sign, right? And this year 9, right? The 9th house. 9th house is all about higher education, philosophy, law, religion, travel, ethics, morals, personal beliefs, spiritual beliefs. So, and then Jupiter, right, rules. Jupiter rules Sagittarius. It's one of Pisces' ruling planets. I'm sure some of you will have Sagittarius and Pisces in your birth chart. So that's where you're leaving room for growth, right? Leaving room for growth. So your first impression of something, right? Leave room for growth. Somebody else's first impression of you, you have no control over whether they have left room for growth or not, right? But you leave room for growth, right? So a cycle is over, move forward. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. All right, let's get the Emperor card. That's what we're talking about. So this is first house, right? First house, right? First house. First house. Here we have the 2 of Wands here, right? 2 of Wands here. So you may have been apart from someone. You may have been apart from someone. And I'm seeing like this right here, you have a window of opportunity in front of you. This is right here, window of opportunity in front of you, right? Right? So I feel like you and someone may have been apart from each other, right? And in your travels, because I'm seeing a globe here and I'm seeing a bus here, right? So obviously that's travel, right? That's travel. Keep in mind you're moving forward, not backwards, right? So the energy that I'm getting already from your reading is very positive. It's very, very positive, Aquarius, because I see you looking at something from a higher frequency. But and this person right here in the card is looking towards the future, like looking at something through a very, like this right here, this window of opportunities looking forward does not even fit on this card. See this right here? This doesn't even fit on the card, right? Doesn't even fit on the card. So this is very positive. It's like a person who's like looking out of this big window, right? Window of opportunities coming your way, right? So it looks like somebody is assertive. There's a lot of growth there, right? There's a lot of growth in front of you. Your future looks bright. That's what I'm saying. Somebody's future looks really, really bright, right? Travel, all of those things, especially after waking up from nightmares. It's right here. That's why Source is saying, don't pull yourself into, like the memory. Don't invoke nightmares and talking about, like, move forward. Don't right? Don't be pulled into things. If somebody's trying to pull you in, like, don't be baited into something. So close out a cycle. Close out a cycle. There's something from your past. Looking at your cards here, the Source really wants you to just close out, like close out all together. Close out all together. There's something that connects you with something that you're familiar with. Something that is connecting you. It's like, it's like in my mind, I'm like connecting like a spider web for somebody. Like connecting the dots for you. Like something is like making a connection for you. like you and somebody could be connected, like you and somebody could have something in common that connects you, but it connects you with something traumatic, but it can also be it can also connect you and someone else with something that makes you feel safe. It's better for you to make a connection with someone that you feel safe with than something that connects you with something that feels traumatic, if that makes sense to somebody, right? I hope that makes sense to somebody. Yeah. So you can move forward. You have the window of opportunity in front of you. Here we have the Four of Wands here. Yeah. So I see some kind of a new and exuberant love coming across somebody's path here. So new and exuberant love. I gotta explain this to you. Because new and exuberant love doesn't always mean romantic. There's a new inspiration coming across someone's path, right? New motivation coming across somebody's path. Yeah, something new is coming across your path that is motivating you. That may be familiar to you. Something is familiar to you, but it's something that's I don't know why I feel like it's a very grounding. Here we have the Six of Pentacles. So I see money coming across your path here. I see some money coming across your path here. What's coming to me, Aquarius, for you all is something about somebody in your family, though. I'm trying to see how I can word this for somebody. There's two people in somebody's family. The two. I feel like there's two people in somebody's family that here we have, because you got some good news coming across your path. But I feel like there's two energies in your family that for you really are a lot of fun to be around. That's what I was trying to say. I'm trying to yeah. They so it's two. Again, just take what resonates with you, okay? Just take what resonates with you. But it's two energies in somebody's family that they are a lot of fun to be around. I can't say were, but they are. You may not. I don't know if maybe you're reconnecting with somebody, whatever. But they are a lot of fun to be around, or were, or put it wherever you want to, right? Were, are, is, am, whatever. But they are a lot of fun to be around, right? They just fun, right? Somebody could come from a really fun family, right? Like y'all just have fun, right? Or used to, or whatever. But they because I feel like something is over. I feel like something is behind you. Something is now behind you. You're moving forward now. Somebody is moving forward now. Something is behind you. And and something has been brought to light. Like something has been, brought to, something has been brought to light, right? Right, so that's where the good news is coming from. That's where the good news is coming from. Something has been brought to light. Right? So, right? Of some kind of lie that was told on you, the truth has come out. Some kind of truth has been brought out. That, or like what kind of work that you do, right? Some kind of truth. And some people are like rejoicing. Like, some kind of truth has been brought to light about what kind of work that you were baited into something, some kind of lie that was told, whatever on you, right? But the cycle is over. You're moving forward, whatever. But anyway, I feel like somebody comes from a family where, maybe you all like to just have fun together, like good, clean fun. Is what I'm saying. Like y'all like to have fun together, like to laugh, whatever. Right. So anyway, and your worth, your value, right? Your worth and your value. So I don't feel like that's going to be talked about, at all. I don't feel like that's going to be talked about because it wasn't true. Because your worth and your value. Something you didn't even have to address because your worth and your value. And so that's why Source is saying the cycle is over. You can move forward. Something was a nightmare, for you, and it was a nightmare for someone else, for other people. But that's where the good news is coming from. But here we have the Strength card. Yeah. There's the Eight of Swords here. Some energies wanted to destiny swap with you. Two energies wanted to destiny swap with you and someone else. Energies you're not talking to. And so you're moving on. Let's say you're moving on. Yeah. I'm going to say you're moving on. You're moving on. So I'm looking at light high priestess energy here. There's a light high priestess energy. Continuing to just keep your vibrations high. Just continuing to just keep your vibrations high. Continue to keep your vibrations high. Yeah. So 2 and 5 is 7 and 4 is 11. So this is, again, 11 can come in many different forms. So this is where, again, you're moving on from something. Continue to just move forward. Let's say you got good news coming across your path. Your worth, your value. Money is coming across your path. You're just continuing to transition and just move on, Continuing to just transition and move on. I see you being more conservative with your time. Looking at your cards here. Continuing to just transition and move on. Here's the Empress card. And grow your abundance and your prosperity. Again, keeping your vibrations high. Here's the Two of Cups here. Soulmate energy. Soulmate energy is kindred spirits, just so we're crystal clear, right? Kindred spirits. Here we have the Five of Pentacles here. And then just kind of free of the shade, being free of the shade. All right, so again, vibrating high, continuing to vibrate high, continuing to vibrate high, continue vibrating high. let's see what else we got. We're gonna go ahead and close this out. I'm trying to make it as short as possible because again, you want to get your rest. This is a new moon. It's a solar eclipse. Hopefully, somebody gets some. You all get some really good pictures. You all get a lot of really good pictures on full moon anyway, but you get really good pictures. Cycle is over. Move forward, right? Yeah. And that's going to be part of the inner work. That's going to be part of the inner work of just structure and authority. Like get your calendars, you know, how you use your time, how you make use of your time of being structured. Structured and authoritative. The cycle is over. You're continuing to move forward. Continuing to move forward. Let me see what else we got. 7, 5, 6, 7, yeah. Yeah, the scales from your eyes have been removed. You know, scales from your eyes have been removed from some things. But again, keeping your vibrations high. Believe it or not, once a cycle is over and the scales from your eyes have been removed in your personal or your professional life, it really doesn't matter. If a job, y'all know what I'm saying. Let me speak lay terms for a second for some people who just, I mean, for real, who feel like, okay, are they still not getting it? It's still not, you know, whatever. I gotta connect the dots sometimes. Because I know y'all are smart sign, but let's say, okay, let me put you on the receiving end of what it sounds like if you just starting a job and you're on the receiving end of a disgruntled employee who just, you know, they stay on the job a little bit too long and they won't leave. Imagine starting a job and somebody has been there long and they really don't know their worth and they don't know their value and they're just constantly like, they hate the job, you know, they, you know, management sucks. The elevators don't work. The people don't clean the stairs. Like everything sucks for real. Like you like, oh my God. They might as well just hold out the sign that says run. Run, don't take the job, please. While you understand, some people feel like, okay, you know, it's time to close out the cycle. It's time to move on. Like, don't spoil it for you. You know, you all excited. You get there. You all excited. Like, okay, wow. Like, can I be happy through, you know, can I be happy for a minute? Like, let me be happy. So, don't spoil your fun, right? So that's what, you know, I feel like, yeah, you know, that's how some people, you know, like some people just, the scales from your eyes have been removed. When you move on, you get it. But that's what this is right here. It's almost like some people just want you to be in just like that mode all the time. Like you want to come in, you want to be happy, you're inspired to just, you're motivated, you want to be happy. And that's what it's felt like for some people. For you and somebody else, it just felt like you're trying to keep your vibrations high and people keep trying to pull you down to a lower frequency. That doesn't feel good. Especially without a solution. Okay, tell me, well, enlighten me then. Why? Enlighten me, okay? So that actually works better if you're enlightened. Just enlighten somebody. Okay, warn somebody. Like warn somebody what the dangers are. Like enlighten somebody. That actually works as a solution. Like enlighten somebody. Don't just. So that's what that is. For like a Debbie or Dave Downer instead of enlightening people. That's the proper use of fire, not being bullied. You too happy, so let me stomp out your fire, right? So yeah, with the character assassination when you move on. So anyway, or whatever. So that's what I'm seeing here. Don't fall for the bait. Don't fall for the bait, and encourage other people not to fall for the bait. You can keep your vibrations high by inspiring and motivating people, you know, and that's what I'm seeing, you know, to help people to find a solution, you know, that kind of thing. So I see, like I said, you have good news. You're keeping your vibrations high. When the cycle is closed and you're moving on, keep your vibrations high. So here's the Knight of Wands here. So I'm saying free. Is this the, no, wait a minute. Yeah. Yeah, so you got a message. Yeah, so you got a message. A message is coming through. Someone's free. That's a message that's coming through. Oh, so this card came out too. All right. Yeah. But that's how you feel when you, like, when you first, you know, like you first start a job and somebody's like, oh my God, such and such and such and such. You're like, okay, can I be happy for like 1 week? Let me be happy for 1 week, please. So anyway, but this is what I'm seeing here. I'm seeing structure and authority. So get your rest of this week, and then think about what your intentions are going to be for this cycle. What are your intentions for this cycle? That's where you put action behind your intentions. So the cycle is over. Your intentions are to move forward. Move forward as a prayer warrior. You continue to pray. You know, pray for the strength of two, you know, energies. You're praying for the strength of two energies, you know, and just moving forward. Like I said before, yeah, watch a movie. Watching a movie. I'm sure the symbolism of this orange cat here. Symbolism of this orange cat. So, and then 5 and 4. 5 and 4 is 9. And maybe 5 and 4 is also, 9 would be a creative number. And so 9, we're in the year 9, which connects us with Sagittarius. We're not talking about any Sagittarius, but Sagittarius connects us with the Temperance card. Maybe like resolving something within. So maybe that could be somebody's prayer, is that maybe somebody resolve something within and move on, you know, from something, move on from the shade, or freeing something, or seeing something from a higher frequency, you know. Maybe their prayer is not to, you know, whatever. Who knows? But like I said, you got some good news. Like I said, coming through. You got some good news that's coming through. But like I said, the cycle is over, move forward. But yeah, you don't want to put everybody, lump everybody in the same, like I said, category. You know how you read some of the comments, Aquarius, like somebody mentions, and that can be triggering for somebody, like you mentioned one zodiac sign. That's why I make it a point to say, when I toss out zodiac sign, when I say a zodiac sign, look for it in your birth chart. Look for it in your birth chart. Look for it in your birth chart. This symbolizes first house. This is 5th house, right? First house, 5th house. This is connects us with the moon, talking about like emotions. Something came to you in a dream. And something was created in a dream. Your intuition is very, very strong. So, anyway, that's what I have for you. Hopefully this is helpful. Hopefully this is helpful. And that could be part of someone's, gift. That could be part of someone's spiritual gift. Oh, let's see what else we got. Yeah, North Node. There we go. North Node. Step out of your comfort zone. North Node. Oh. Trust. So yeah, someone's gone through a very powerful metamorphosis to, butterfly. Like I said, allow me, divine, to give you my deepest longings, trusting you to know exactly how to handle them. All right. I think that's it. I think that's it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was trying to see if there's anything else in your cards. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Oops. Yeah, I'm kind of looking at your cards here. Sometimes I feel like somebody may wonder like how you know certain things, Aquarius, because I feel like it's because you're operating in your North Node. I feel like because you're operating in your North Node, and people could think that you're lying when you're operating your North Node. I'm telling you, listen, it literally is the calling from within. That is how you can sit there and watch a person play instruments that you wonder, okay, like this person never had lessons, or they had a few lessons, and how in the world are their fingers moving like that? How in the world, when some people open up their mouth, they sing like that? Like, okay, let's examine their vocal cords. How is that person singing like that? How in the world can that person cook like that and they don't even have a measuring cup? Like, how in the world does that food taste like that? You can't even walk away from the pot of food. You just standing there going, Like, what? How can some people, some people are just, they were called to do what they were called for. It's a calling from the inside. That's not, people can talk about, oh, that person needs more training. They can compare. Some people, I'm telling you, some people can say this person needs to be trained. They need to do this. They need to go to this school. They need to be trained to do this. They need to be trained to do that. I'm telling you, when you're called to do it, yeah, you can sharpen your gift. You can sharpen this and that. But when you're called from source to do what you're doing, called to this right here, your North Node. That's not even arrogance. When you see I'm telling you, you can see somebody operating in their purpose. When you see somebody operating in their purpose, you already know. If you've ever sat there and sat back and watched somebody operating in their purpose, you just sit back like source is just taking over. You can tell it's not even them. I mean, they're not even operating in the flesh at that point. It's source that's taking over. Source is just taking over. And see, when people don't understand it, they go and they demonize it. They look at it as like, okay, it just depends on who's saying it though. But like I said, source is just saying to you, like I said, 7 of Pentacles. Yeah, 7 of Pentacles here. Continue working. Continue your hard work, your patience, your perseverance, those kind of things. And like I said, soulmate is always like I said, that's the energy. I'm not picking up love. For somebody, but I'm not immediately picking up love and interest for somebody. Let me just say that right now. If that comes along, great. But that's not what I'm picking up immediately for somebody. So I'm just telling you what I'm seeing. So if that's what's coming to you, that's wonderful. That could be, because I'm looking at this card here, that could be if that's what you want, right? Because that could be one of somebody's wishes, right? But I see more of someone operating in their North Node, like not being afraid to step outside of their comfort zone and operate in North Node. That's what I'm seeing, right? And so one of your wishes could be to romantic relationship. But I see you're really being called to answer the call from within, but to add more structure and authority to it. That's what I'm seeing here, to build your confidence. That's what I'm saying, to add more structure to it. I don't know what you're called to do, because I'm not your creator, but whatever it is you're called to do, you want to answer the call. Ring-a-ling-a-ling. That's what I have for you, Aquarius. That's what I have for you, because something is growing. Something is growing stronger, like in you, to answer something. The cycle is over, and that's it. That's what I have for you. So I'm saying, somebody will be just kind of relaxing this week. Somebody be kind of relaxing this week. But yeah, that's what all this fire is. Somebody may be like dehydrated. I mean, not dehydrated, but like make sure you drink your water. Maybe you fill up on your water so you're not confused. You don't want to be like, make sure you're drinking your water. Make sure you're drinking your water so you're very clear, not to be pulled backwards into anything that source is saying move forward. Move forward. Move forward. Stay focused. Okay? That's what I have for you. Hopefully this is helpful. Keep your vibrations high. Again, happy new moon, happy solar eclipse. Get your rest, all those wonderful things. And that's what I have for you. Okay? Bye.